drink?
I'll have a Diet Coke.
No, I have my own water, thanks.
Right. And any appetizers?
I don't.
What's the queso and chips?
Queso. Right. Come right up.
Thanks. Wow, this place looks great, doesn't it? Wow, it's been so long since we've been here, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, but for good reason. Don't you remember the last time that we ate here?
Yeah, I do. It's very sentimental for me.
Sentimental? Well, that's an interesting word for it. As I recall, I was calling you at 9 o'clock at night with food poisoning, puking my guts out.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was sick too.
Listen, I vowed never to eat in this place again after that night. Actually, can we just eat somewhere else?
No.
No?
No, I need to be here with you. I need to remember.
Well, we could just go eat at Taco Bell to remember that kind of food poisoning.
I don't mean remember the food poisoning. I mean remember the conversation.
Conversation?
Yes? Don't you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Well, it's buried in my heart. You said something that day that changed my life.
Really? Man, I wish I could remember.
Well, I mean, it's not like you really would remember it because, see, you were just kind of trying to cheer me up about my rose garden. I remember I went on our whole lunch complaining that the roses weren't blooming, and I was about to rip them out of the ground when you told me. Remember?
I probably said not to give up on them.
Yeah, you did, but it was the way you said it that meant so much. You said, just because they're not blooming now doesn't mean they never will. God's made them to bloom and to make flowers, and in His time, they'll do it.
Wow. I didn't know I was such a poet.
Well, see, the thing is, I was dealing with a lot more than just roses that day. You know, they were just sort of like the rotten cherry on top of a very bad season in my life. And while I was thinking of uprooting the roses and getting rid of them, I was really ready to just uproot myself.
You mean like move?
No, I mean like give up. You know, either on life itself, but definitely on God.
Yeah. I knew that you were having a rough year, but you never said anything.
I know. And I almost self-destructed because of it. I lost my husband. My daughter disowned me. My health issues caused me to lose my job. I mean, you know, I'd only known God for a couple of years, and I just was angry with Him. I mean, it felt like He was bringing nothing but pain into my life. You know, the last thing I wanted to do was to let God control another season of my life. You know, I wanted to just give up. And then we came here. And we talked about roses. And I went home and I cried. But something inside me wouldn't let me give up. So I kept the roses. And I fed them, and I watered them. And then I decided to get more involved in church and to do whatever it took to water my soul. And good friends like you were a huge help.
And I thought all this time that I was learning and growing from you.
I mean, things got better for me even, but, you know, I didn't want to share it. I didn't want to say anything because I was afraid. You know, I was afraid it wasn't going to last. Yet here we are, a year later.
The roses, they bloomed.
just like you said they would. So you see, we had to come here because I had to remember. And I needed to thank you.
Here you are, ladies.
Thank you.
Do you still need more time to look over the menu?
Oh, maybe just a moment, please.
Sure.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, do you really want to eat here or what?
Well, I guess in a year, God changed you and the roses, so, you know, maybe you could change this place too. I think.
Well,
Well, yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.